Hey bunnies, and welcome back all to Woodland Bunny, a crazy space to talk books. Today I'm talking through all of the books I read in the month of November. So as always, let's begin with stats. So I read 8 books this month, and which is equivalent to 3,727 pages. In terms of splitting it up between how I read it, I had 1 ebook and 7 physical reads. And then in terms of rating, I had 1 3-star, 6 4-star, and then 1 4.5-star. So let's get into the books I read and my thoughts surrounding them, and let's hope that you pick up some recommendations. Beginning with my 3-star reads, we first start off with Thornhedge. The way that this story was told was really immersive, as it was telling the tale whilst walking us through the tale as well, and the sort of past and present timeline, in which was really intriguing. So if you enjoy themes of fairy tale aspects and past and present timelines, and this was a incredibly short novella, then I definitely recommend this one for you. Moving on to my 4-star reads, we first of all are going to discuss The Frugal Wizard's Handbook to Surviving Medieval England. Themes included with this were time travel in a sense. It was full of dimensions from past timelines, and it felt like it was a time travel element, but a bit sci-fi-esque woven in there as well. So it was a really interesting concept and a really interesting way in which it was dealt with, and it explored the going back in time in history almost. There was mafia and cops in here, but on a very sort of humorous level, and just the overall enemy character arc. There was also the theme of a protagonist being the ordinary guy and becoming a hero, the Saxons era, and falling in love, mythical legends and creatures and adventures and telling stories, and it just felt like a really big bedtime story. And Brandon Sanderson is quickly becoming one of my favourite authors with these secret project books. The next book and which I want to discuss is 𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗, in which included themes of cannibalism, psychopathic behaviour, violence, chaos, sex, and an unhinged view on love, and very pretentious writing. So this book was basically pretentious writing filled with a psychopathic main character on exploring her views of what she thought love meant. All of the themes I just listed, it was such a wild ride, and it gave me visceral reactions. If any of these themes sound interesting to you, then I recommend this one to pick up. Then next up, I read the 6 of Crows duology, in which I have a separate reading vlog for, but in terms of the themes surrounding this duology, I've kind of put 2 books into one, because they do go hand in hand and of course have the same theme. These themes are misfit crew, relationships both platonic and romantic, violence, and a heist. I came to love each and every one of the character members. They all played such a part despite being this misfit crew, and the action was non-stop. The relationships being both platonic and romantic was really intriguing to read about, that developed and carried on throughout the whole of the book. So if any of those themes sounds interesting to you, then I recommend the 6 of Crows duology. Then we have the Luminaries, in which have themes of magic, friendship, secrets, betrayal, mystery, paranormal creatures, and competition. My little review for this one was, I felt the pacing moved really fast, and having pictures of the crew woven into this alongside the mystery plot point and competition of becoming a hunter made it feel captivating. The ending of the plot twist makes me want to read it more. Then we have my 4.5-star read, in which was The Poppy War, in which was my November Bunnies book club pick. I do also have a spoiler-filled dedicated video to this book, but to discuss the themes and my little review here, this one had themes of war, gods, family, friendship, psychedelics, and race. The whole writing for this was phenomenal. Each character almost had their own plot to play, and they were all woven into the story throughout. The descriptions and depictions of everything going on felt so real and raw. So my feature book of the month is A Discovery of Witches, in which I did really enjoy. I rated it 4 stars. Then in terms of my content warnings, I have death of a parent, panic attack disorders, torture, and violence. And what I loved about this book included the academic aspect and how nostalgic it felt whilst reading it, how cringy but cute the romance felt, mystery element, and the magic system as well. And in terms of what could have been better, I felt as though the romance was so predictable, but it was written in 2011, so what can you expect? But overall, I really did enjoy this one, and obviously that's why it's my feature book of the month. So if you enjoyed any of those themes, then I recommend to you A Discovery of Witches. So those were all of the books in which I have to share with you in the month of November. Thank you ever so much for watching this video, friends, and I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you have a wonderful day or night. And until next time, bye!